Hey guys, Coach Caitlin here. I'm here for another easy weeknight recipe. I threw this together actually because we went to the store. We couldn't find a lot of the normal things that we usually get. So we usually get chicken, and as you guys know, chicken is hard to find these days. So what we did, I kind of came up with this on a whim with some random ingredients that I had in the fridge. It's super easy. It can either be made low carb or with carbs. You can kind of take your pick. Today we're going to do the low carb version, but I'll tell you how to make the version with carbs. Ingredients that you need for this is some shrimp. We already cooked ours yesterday actually on the grill, and sausage. So what this is, it's going to be a shrimp and sausage and cabbage stir fry of some sorts. And I use this sausage. You can use whatever sausage you want. You can also just use sausage if that's all you want, or you can use both. I like the combination of both personally. So I get this one. This one's from Walmart. I like it because it's cheap. It's got really good ingredients, like real good clean ingredients, and it's got really good macros. So definitely check this one out. So yesterday what we did is we actually grilled. I thawed some shrimp. I put some Old Bay seasoning on them, and I put them on skewers, and I put them on the grill with some sausages. So we actually already have our meat prepped today. As you can see in this container, we've got shrimp and sausage already cut up and ready to go. Super quick to make that. Only takes a few minutes to defrost and throw on the grill. Other ingredients that you're gonna need today, obviously cabbage. This is gonna be the bulk of the recipe. We're gonna throw some onions in today. Feel free to mix this up. You can kind of add whatever vegetables you want. I personally, if I had a pepper or something, I'd probably add some peppers to this, but I don't have any of that on hand. Seasonings, just basic garlic, onion, chicken broth, and Dijon mustard, and salt and pepper. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little oil in the pan. I just happen to have ghee here. You can use whatever you want, avocado oil, olive oil, it's all the same. I'm just gonna throw a little bit in here and get this started. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the onions in first, because the onions will probably take just about as long as the cabbage will take. So I'm gonna throw in some of this onions that I already have pre-cut. If you were gonna do the version with carbs, I would say cube up some white potatoes. I would say in like little cubes like that, and throw them in right before the cabbage. Let them cook a little bit, and then add the cabbage in second. So I've got my cabbage already cut up, ready to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw all that in here. Just like that. It'll wilt down a lot. Then from here, I'm just gonna add a couple things to kind of get it going. You certainly don't have to add chicken broth. I have some homemade chicken broth or bone broth on hand. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit. I really don't measure anything. I'm just gonna throw a little bit in to kind of help it wilt a little bit faster. So I would say maybe like 2 or 3 tablespoons, just to give it a little bit of moisture. You don't want it to be watery or anything. Then I'm just gonna do some basic seasonings, which is I would say about a tablespoon or 2 of mustard, just like that. Onion powder. Obviously, I just eyeball everything. Sorry if you're one of those people that likes exact measurements. I don't measure, I just throw things in. Garlic, and if you're feeling fancy, you can throw in freshly minced garlic. I'm not feeling fancy tonight. And just a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Be careful with this. This has got a lot of sodium, so you can kind of overdo it with the salt. It's also got a little kick to it. So if you have kids that you want to feed this to, go easy on this. I just put a little sprinkle in just to kind of give it some seasoning. Nothing crazy. You can always add more later if you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and let this pretty much wilt down for about 5 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, getting everything kind of mixing. Oh, one more thing, salt and pepper. Don't go too hard on the salt. You can always add more. Keep in mind that the mustard has a lot of salt in it, the chicken broth has salt in it, and the Old Bay has salt in it, so you don't need a whole lot of salt for this recipe. So I'm just going to go ahead, let this cook a little bit, and I'll catch you back in the next. All right, so once the cabbage is kind of wilted, I would say close to being finished, go ahead and throw in your shrimp and sausage just to kind of heat it all up. Okay, so the shrimp and sausage heated through. Here's the final product. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's delicious. It's super fast. You can make a big batch of it and eat it all week, and you can kind of change it to however you like, add different vegetables, whatever you feel like adding to it. So I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know if you like it, and enjoy. I'll catch you next time. Bye. But it's delicious, it's super fast and cheap. I've got my hair miles. And okay, no, we're not doing that. Stop.